My queen, this is the exact official date you'll finally be mine. My queen, I speak with the hush of stars and the thunder of oceans. I speak the date as a drumbeat in my chest, as a promise carved on the marrow of time. Remember how the first dawn we met like two stray songs. You were a gentle question, and I, an answer learning to be brave. I held my breath then, and the world leaned closer, as if the sky itself paused to watch us begin. I have counted seasons, counted the small, honest things, the coffee cooled beside your hand, the laugh that slipped like sunlight, the hush between our sentences, where truth lived. I pressed those days into silence, and kept them like maps, tracing routes to the place where I would kneel and name the day. Mark this day with me, the exact official date, 10,000 small promises bridged, until they become one. Not a rumor, not a wish, but marked in ink and bone, the day the moon will lean its face to watch us sign the sky, the day your name will be my first prayer, and my last breath's blessing. I choose a date not random, not stolen from calendars by chance. I choose it like a jewel, set deliberate, beloved. It is the day the jasmine in the courtyard bends toward the sun as if to whisper, the day when the river remembers its course and runs truer than before. It is the day I have kept ready, like a warm cloak by the bedside. The day I have practiced in silence. The day I have learned to be worthy. On that date I will come, not as a boy, carrying dreams like paper boats, but as a man who has learned to row. I will come, bearing the instruments of home, the patience that builds small hours into life, the courage that bends its knees for care, the hands that know how to gather you and hold you against storms. There will be a morning, soft and precise, when the sun will enter the world in a single breath. I will stand in a doorway of light, my heart an honest ledger, open wide. I will write your name 3 times, softly, like a benediction, and the air will keep it like a secret, safe between 2 pounds of wind. My queen, this is the exact official date. It will arrive like a quiet law, simple as the turning of a page, and grand as a cathedral. I will speak your name, and the floor will know it, the walls will remember it, and the clocks will slow to listen. I will bring to you the echoes of every day we could not say, forgiveness, the brave apology, the patience taught by nights awake, the laughter strengthened like steel. I will bring you the trivial treasures, fresh bread in the morning, a chair held close, flowers that do not need to be perfect to be holy. We will sign with fingers trembling. The ink will be our blood lightened, and the witness will be the sky itself, clouds drifting like white flags of joy. Friends will gather in the corners of our world, bearing stories like bright coins to scatter, and the elders will bless in the slow old way, their words like laced thread mending us whole. On that date the horizon will ring with small, ordinary miracles, a child's shout, a dog's tongue on a hand, the smell of rain on warm stone. We will know then with a clarity that humbles, that nothing epic needs fireworks to be true. The greatest acts are the gentle ones, the quiet arrival of everyday grace. I have rehearsed the vows in secret, turned them like a key in my palm, polishing each syllable till it shone with meaning. I will say, I will be your shelter. I will learn the language of your loneliness. I will be the one who brings blankets when the night is thin, and who carries your joy like a lamp into morning. I will say, I will never use your tears to teach myself. I will never use your silence to arm a defense. I will say, I will be a harbor, not a cage. My queen, remember the times you held a sorrow and made it small because you feared mine. On that day, I will give back the smallness, gently like a folded map put away. I will take your burdens not to carry them for you, but to show that shoulders that love are never meant for loneliness. We will choose a ring, not because gold is noble, but because it is a circle, the simplest geometry of forever. We will choose words to carve on the inside, Not loud proclamation but a private grammar. A line that only we will remember. A tiny phrase that the years will polish into a ritual. On that date the city will slow enough for us to listen to the pavement breathe. Traffic will become a lullaby, and street lights will bow. We will walk the same avenues we walked as children of hope, and those avenues will remember our pace, recording our footsteps in the ledger of the world. I will hold your hand like a compass, never seeking to change your north, only to stand by it and follow its true bearing. We will learn patience the way a tree learns to grow, not in haste, but in the faithful repetition of green. We will learn forgiveness like sunlight learns to enter rooms, again and again quietly, until it is simply there. That date is not only for lovers awake now. It is a meeting for the versions of us who failed, for the apologies we whispered to our small selves, for the promises we once broke that needed mending. It is the day all our better angels will come forward and testify. I will erect no throne for us. We are not kings of one another. We are keepers, stewards of a shared morning. My hands will not elevate you to distance. They will build you a table, set 2 cups and sit. You will see in my face the plainness of devotion, not the glare of ceremony. And yet, there will be ceremony, because we are human, and humans love to make vows into sound. There will be music that lifts the weight of the world, strings that quiver like the last line of a prayer. There will be a moment when the world holds its breath, and in that inhalation we will fold ourselves into a small perfect fact. I have saved the small sacred places for us, a window that faces east, where dawn will read to us, a little garden where our children's laughter will learn compass, a kitchen that remembers hands stirring soup and stories, a shelf for books that smell of us, spine to spine. All these things are not vanity, they are testimony, a life noticed and made holy by attention. When the day comes, I will not boast of conquest. I will kneel at the table of your life and say thank you, for you gave me your name in the quiet places, and names are more valuable than coin. You let me stand where your trust could be planted, and that trust grew like a stubborn flower, blooming where winter had been expected. My queen, there will be a lantern carried on that night, a warm, modest light to show the way. We will walk under it like pilgrims who know their route, and we will pass through crowds whose joy will be a gentle rain. You will fold your hand into mine, and the world will nod, 2 bodies becoming a single path. I shall not promise you childish things, eternity at a glance, troubles that vanish on command. I will promise the hard things, the patient tending, the daily care, the listening that becomes action. I will promise the small mercies, to apologize quickly, to laugh easily, to wake early, to hold you when nightmares come. On that exact official date, our names will be joined, on paper, yes, but more truly on the ledger of living. We will print the date, and it will hang like a small star, not to trap us, but to remind us where we began. We will write it on a simple card, and hide it in a book, so that many years from now, our hands finding the page will remember the electricity of that morning. We will light a candle for those who could not be there, and in its flame, we will carry their memory forward. We will spare a word for those who loved before us, and for the old parts of ourselves who needed to die. We will say together that love is a town you build, and that towns require bricks of courage, and the mortar of kindness. My queen, love is not a single instant. It is a geography. It has valleys where we whisper, mountains where we climb, roads that are steady and meadows that open like laughter. On that day I will promise to travel every mile with you, to turn toward your seasons, and plant, if needed, a new spring. There will be small tests, of course, rain that insists on entry, storms that ask for shelter. We will fail sometimes, clumsily, human as spoons, but we will fail toward each other, not away. Then get up and stitch the torn parts with apology and bread. There will be nights when hunger is literal, and nights when hunger is a reaching for attention. We will learn the difference and feed both. On the date I speak, I will promise to remember our roots, not to hold them like chains, but to honor them, to trace the lines that made us and be grateful. I will speak of your family as my own, and pledge to defend that gentle fort of memory. I will not ask you to abandon what was, only invite you to bring it in, warm and welcome. We will make a place for laughter, loud and shameless, because joy teaches the body how to breathe well. We will make a place for silence too, deep and respectful, for quiet is where truth sometimes sleeps. We will make a place for music, and for dishes left in the sink, for complaining and for forgiving, for small rebellions and big apologies. On that official date I will hand you a letter, not a legal note, but a page soaked in the time we kept, things I learned from you, small mercies you offered, moments when your eyes changed the shape of my day. I will fold it 3 times and place it with my ring. You will open it when winters come and read it like a map. I will promise you. Mornings, not because waking is easy, but because I love the slow unwrapping of day by your side. I will promise the ritual of coffee and of small talk, the sanctity of a touch that says, I am here. I will promise to keep the silly, tender things alive, the little nicknames that make the ordinary glitter. We will plan, yes, and plan to surprise each other as well. For the heart grows in the space of small astonishments, a letter in a pocket, a hand-drawn map to a favorite bench, the sudden plate of cookies found at midnight. We will never stop noticing each other, and that noticing will be our. On that date, I will show you my past honestly, because there is no holy thing more fragile than withheld truth. I will show you the maps of mistakes I have taken, and the lessons they taught me, blunt and tender. You will see there the scars and the stitches, and you will choose whether to hold them. I hope you will. We will welcome children if they come, with names that sing, and we will learn to be patient with their small journeys, to teach them how to be gentle with their own heart. We will keep a window open for friends who age with us, and chairs for the lonely when they arrive. We will keep our door practical and generous, open enough that the world will understand our life is a house of achieving. My queen, the exact official date is a hinge, not a coffin. We are not promising perfection. We are promising practice. We are promising to return again and again to the art of choosing one another. When choosing is not easy, we promise to carve a language only we will know, to keep the dictionary of our small mercies refreshed. I will promise to be honest about money, about fear, about the silly things that make life heavy, because nothing ruins love faster than myth. I will promise to be courageous about tenderness, to be proud of the soft things that others confuse with weakness. I will promise to hold you in public with the same careful love I keep private, no compartment for affection. We will learn to disagree with grace, to speak the truth without weaponizing wounds, to remember that victory in love is never a one-sided conquest. We will argue and then fold our voices together, until apology becomes breath. We will teach our anger the route of exit, brief, honest, then gone. On that date, when the sun sits like a quiet god in the sky, I will give you my name and ask for yours in return. And if you accept, I will be the steward of that trust, the keeper of your stories, the one who will age beside you. I will grow old, not as a complaint, but as a medal, proof we endured, proof we were brave enough to continue choosing each other. After the ceremony the music will play, yes, but we will slip away, two thieves of time, stealing a corner in which to breathe. We will walk the lesser path, the one where lovers walk, where the trees lean like old friends, and the world is simple. We will speak of nothing and everything. We will measure our future in small things. A shelf placed, a plant kept alive, a recipe perfected. My queen, the exact official date will be written once, then whispered 1,000 times. It will become a story we tell at the table, a memory we hold, like bread in winter. It will be the day we say yes to being ordinary and holy, the day we make the grandest and smallest promises the same. So hear me now, this is the date, chosen with hands that tremble and steady, the day I will call you mine in the world's simple tongue, the day I will stand before family and friends and tell the truth, that of all the ways to be alive, the way by your side is the richest. My queen, put your palm on this promise. Feel its pulse. It is not a photograph to be admired. It is bread to be broken. Come, be the other half of my careful life. Come, be the harbor where my restless sails may finally rest. And when the years pile like clever stones upon our heads, we will look back at that exact official date and laugh softly. Not because we have conquered time, but because we have honored it. We will have built a house of small astonishments, a life marked by the steady light of tending, and the world will be kinder for having witnessed it. My queen, I put this date into the palm of your hands now, not to bind you, but to invite you. Take it if you will. Place it beside your heart as a token, and know that when it opens, my whole self opens with it. I promise to meet you there, with patience worn as armor, with tenderness as a language, with truth as our map. This is the exact official date you'll finally be mine. It is the day I have been practicing toward, the day I have dreamed for in the small hours, the day when two imperfect people will gather courage and make of ordinary life a holy thing. Come, let us be ordinary and brilliant, tender and fierce, reckless enough to forgive, wise enough to stay. Let us step into that day together, hands bound by choice, and build, with soft labor, the kingdom that will be our life. My queen, I will say your name then, and forever after, and the world will keep watch, tender and true. And when that evening comes, after vows have been spoken, after witnesses have smiled their blessings, I will find your eyes across the crowd, and everything will fall silent. Not the music, not the laughter, not the chatter of friends, but the world itself will quiet, because my heart will be listening only to the echo of your breath. We will step outside, where the sky has already dressed itself in colors of celebration. The sunset will not rush away, the moon will wait its turn, and the stars will hang patiently, like lanterns waiting to be lit. And in that soft corridor of time, we will know this is the exact official date, the one etched not only on paper, but on the bones of creation itself. I will take your hand, not as a possession, but as a covenant. To hold you is not to bind you, it is to guard the freedom in you, to remind you daily that love is strongest when it never imprisons. We will speak quietly of tomorrows we are yet to touch, of little dreams waiting in the corners of our home, a garden where jasmine climbs the wall, a bookshelf filled with our laughter, a kitchen table always waiting for two. Nothing grand, nothing boastful, only holy, because it is ours. And when the night settles fully, when the lamps glow softly in the streets, I will whisper the date again, once more into your ear, not because you might forget, but because I want the sound of it to melt into your heartbeat, so that even years later, when storms test us, or silence grows heavy, you will still hear that promise ringing steady inside you. And when the records of the world are written, let them record this simple truth. that on this exact official date, I found my forever in you.